1 hour 29 is quite something, and 9 songs, so that's an average of 10 minutes a song, quite easily. Whew, that's something. Okay, well anyway, this first 12-minute one, let's see how it's going. Okay, lovely noise to start with. So there's this kind of, it might just be random noise, but it feels like this sort of octave bass line, something like that, which is cool. And then over the top of that, something that is broadly connected to that musically. Let's hear it again. So if that E is our root, then we get which already is some interesting harmonic territory. We've only got 2 elements here, very, very distorted kind of things, not in the kind of brash guitar distortion, but just in terms of noise, let's say pollution. There's loads of pollution in the recording, so you can't hear the words. I'm not going to be focusing on the words, but you can't hear them, you just hear that voice coming through, and its relationship there. We've got the major third that we end on there, lovely bright kind of sound, but then na 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 comes before it, the flat 7 and the flat 6 and the 5 is just fine, sort of bridges us between the major 3 and the previous bits, which are much darker. So we're playing with colour here in an interesting way. And right, and then that, well, if we think of those in relation to that E, which admittedly is not very clear at the bottom anymore, the voice is really overpowering it. We've got spelling out a B major chord, really, so that's an F sharp, which would be the 2nd if the E is the 1. The 5th again, would that be D sharp this time, which is the 7 rather than the flat 7 that we had at the beginning. Coming to this normal 6, not the flat 6 that we had at the beginning again. So yeah, really all over the place. So that time we got a very similar melody to the first melody, but with the 7 and the 6 rather than the flat 7 and flat 6. So now my addled mind is thinking maybe I misheard that first one. Let's just hear it again. Ooh. You know what? It's a little bit in the cracks, isn't it? That's interesting. Maybe deliberate. There's a sort of slight moulding of that bass note as well. It's not always feeling like an E. It sometimes feels just a little bit higher than an E, maybe a little bit lower. So the harmony here is not set equal temperament, perfect intervals. It is much more fluid than that. A really nice phrase by itself. That would be, it would be basically saying that we're in B, because we finish on that B really nicely there. Ba-da-da-da-da. That would be like 5 1 7 2 1 E. But that isn't actually really how it feels with that thing down there, because we go na, 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 and we've still got that E droning down there. It's not really clear if that E is meant to be our sort of tonal center at the moment. It feels like that because it's the most constant thing, and that if so puts us in a kind of E Lydian territory, where that A sharp is a sharp 4 of the key. So our notes so far, we've had that E, ignoring what I think I heard at the beginning. It's still kind of there, but if these are our notes, that's our scale. We've got 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So always a fun thing when Lydian comes up. It's fairly unusual, and yeah, it has this otherworldly quality because of that sharp 4. Let's carry on. Wow. So we just ended really nicely like that, and then we're just in totally different harmonic territory all of a sudden. Getting F. Well, we had F sharps all the way through before. F, G. It's basically saying, well, maybe we're in F, but either way, against that E that's still droning away, we're looking at flat 2 and flat 3, as well as that flat 7 that is that D. Rhyming genius, carrying on. Yeah. Maybe I'm making a bit much of this E. It is there, but it's not very present, and so it doesn't feel like a huge clash, but it is an ever-present sort of dissonance, mouldering away at your soul as you listen to this. Yeah, so there's that DC like we got at the beginning. I'm bringing it back. That is what we got at the beginning. Wow, this might be an old song, mightn't it? This might be an actual old piece of music, but clearly this is not how it originally was sounding. This is very odd stuff. So yeah, we got a kind of chorus going on there with some extra thick vocal chords, all being absolutely smushed through some noise distortion device, and making it really bring out the harmonics that are working together, and absolutely destroying any kind of upper frequencies that would help us understand what's going on. That said, you can kind of hear it say "Nearer, my God, to thee," so we've got enough information to work that out. Yeah, and there the whatever noise there was making the E, it's basically drowned out, and we just get some nice one 5 5 7 1 with that 5 1 7 2 1 melody. Really old-fashioned, friendly, hymnal ending to a song, really, and that probably is what this is. I may well have come across it before, but I don't remember it. Yeah, okay. Well, we've got the gist of what's going on now. I'm not going to talk too much if that carries on, but if something changes, we may well have another chat. Oh, okay. So we've just clicked off the tape that was maybe in the car, and now we've just got some really much more high fidelity audio, but it's just rumbling echoes, maybe on the freeway. Oh, and there's a kind of sprinkling of stardust just hit us, just one little star echoing through the right speaker. Oh, some really muffled voices. And the... Wow. Well, this is going to be an unsettling experience. Yeah, so we first heard a in this one, and then a in the left one, and then something masturbator. Really fun. Sounds like that is not just through a crazy sort of band pass audio, which takes out most of the sound. Maybe it's just a low pass filter, but anyway, it's taking out most of the sound that was probably recorded of the voice, and then it's also going through some other strange filter which sort of makes it computerized and glitchy as well. Yeah, fun. This is creepy. This is not what I was expecting. I think I might need to go back to Preacher's Daughter, because I don't remember anything like this on the... Oh, and there's that Stardust thing. It feels less... There's that same thing. More present, more clear now. That sort of twinkly thing in the right ear feels a lot less magical now. I don't know exactly why. Maybe it's because it's clearly more regular, or it's lasting longer, or it's less shiny. It might have less high-pitched sound on it. Let's keep going. Okay, it's moved over to the left, and yeah, that rumbling is really deep now. Move back over to the right. This is some proper masturbator. I mean, it's funny, which is a shame. It's probably not what it's going for. It's gone over to the left. And there it is. It's getting louder. Okay, we've just had quite a shift. In the background audio. I'll take it back a bit. See if you can hear the shift. Here, not too much low. And then there, suddenly this big wodge of darkness comes in. Oh, yeah, this is oppressive. And this ticker keeps going between... God, I can't help but feel called out. Okay, there is a tone coming through as well. C sharp coming through the noise. It's a little bit maybe flatter than that. And there's a little bit of morphing. Okay, that's going on with the ticky thing as well. It has just changed notes, but not really important, I think, what it's changed to. And then there was a ooh in the background there. Fun. It's up there, isn't it? Okay, I think we've gone back to the original note. Yeah, there's a little bit of push and pull with the pitch of the tone coming through. Oh gosh. Yeah. I hear there's a new Amnesia game. Well, okay, new last year. There might be a new one this year. Should give Ethel Cain a ring. Yeah. Just occasional human noises coming through this. It's like a soup of dead souls or something. Okay, it's getting a little more whooshy. There's a kind of whooshing effect going between the ears, whoosh, 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 in rhythm. So we're starting maybe to cut through that gloom and get something clearer on the other side. Maybe. We're 4 minutes in. We've got a long way to go. 2/3 still to explore. Let's just go for it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is going to make me sick. Okay, slowing down the whooshes, but they are becoming more prominent. Oh, gosh. Okay, some more tones cutting through now, some higher ones. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, somewhere around a B. So maybe there's that minor seventh. Yeah, it sort of feels like there's a minor seventh chord which just keeps shifting in here. Okay, those whooshes are very irregular. Well, they keep going faster and slower. Whoa! Let's say that again. Was not expecting it. Okay, so, you know, through all of that, I sort of thought we had this note and this note going something like that, maybe with that in the middle. And then we get A, G, A, with really low rumble that comes in on that second A. So that kind of puts paid to this. I mean, it's not completely discordant, but I don't feel they're tuned together. Maybe they are. Maybe we'll have another listen and then we'll see they are. But also, it's just suddenly some undeniable pitched audio coming through. Yeah, God knows what instrument it is. Something, yeah, warped and distorted like everything else in here. But it's, yeah, a big change from what we've had before. Let's keep going. Sort of feels like a bell. Okay, some more muted audio. I don't want to even look at the lyrics because it sort of feels like it's spoiling the feel. Wow, that is oppressively reverberant and suddenly gone. Okay, suddenly gone. One bit of like horror audio just bursting in like a shock and then saying something and then just disappearing again. And now we've gone back to a similar kind of soundscape. I don't want to say it's exactly the same. No, it's not exactly the same because we've got this kind of something going on, as well as that kind of, yeah, uneven C minor 7 chord, C sharp minor 7 chord. Okay, and there's the same thing again. I'm not sure that last note is actually back to an A. Let's hear it one more time. Yeah. I'm gonna hear it again. Okay, so I think the higher part is doing that, so that's A, G, G sharp, and then is coming in at the low end. That's a really low A. An octave lower than that, maybe an octave lower than that, though I don't think so. Just rumbling and creating a major seventh dissonance with that note. Unescapable one, one that is definitely there. Very uncomfortable. This is quite impressive, the lengths to which this is unsettling me. It might be that I don't normally sit so intently focusing on unpleasant, disturbing audio, but it's working. Okay, and we're gone again. Back to our familiar things. And those main four sort of sounds. No doubt it will come. Well, okay, there it is. Sad music. There was maybe something about driving in there, which I think fits with the soundscape in general. This does feel like if it were an absolutely haunted 3 a.m. drive through some fairly rural roads. Rural, but nonetheless, like, not windy, just straight. And you're just slowly losing your mind from no scenery. And then it's gone again. So this is the third time that's happened. Very similar each time, but not quite the same any times. We haven't got the whooshing anymore. Oh. Yeah, wow. Such beats. You can hear the beats of everything sort of competing with each other for dominance in the sound wave, I guess. Yeah, when as we hear it, it flutters, because there's sort of competing. At least this is how I understand it. There's a competing wave source, which means that that we don't just get one solid note. It shifts and comes in and out of presence as the other wave interferes with it and sort of removes some of its power at specific points during the beating. Anyway, all of that adds to the sort of uncomfortable non-rhythm, and yet it's a rhythm. But we are just constantly, shifting between these two things. So any rhythm that we build up in a particular section is soon to be dashed by the next section. Okay, so we've had 4 back and forths now. Are we going to get a 5th? Okay, yes. Yeah. So there's our 5th. Heaven. Just one word. And we got it again in the left speaker. With some glitch. Nice. It's carrying on, isn't it? This is definitely a whole lot longer than the previous one. Woo-wee. Wow. Okay, but it still gave up in the end. Interesting. Just looking at the other titles, I'm not looking forward to a lot on here. This is crazy. Yeah, and our 6th, and we're back to that major 7th interval. It's very clear. The low A and the G sharp. And this is again longer, but there's no... Okay, I'm gone. I think it was longer. I'm not going to go back and check each of the things. Oh my gosh. Those higher things are disappearing. Leaving us just back on the highway without the anxiety noises. Oh! Ah! No! Amazing. Great choice. Great choice for suspense and general power of music. But yeah, they disappear and we think we're home and dry with our panic attack having faded, no longer getting these anxiety pulses and other things causing us that upset. We just get what ends up being quite a comfortable, reliable, soft noise sound of the highway or whatever it is. Just soft waves of noise, and then bing day comes in, and then all the noises come back. Horrible dedication in sound to unpleasant mental states is what I think this is. Again, some unclear words. Everything's so loud. The ticking, still going between the ears. We haven't got the whooshing, at least, thank goodness. But we've got enough beating from everything else another note came in there. Interesting. Okay, and it's lasting. It's got that one still as well. Yeah, just absolutely fills you. And if you listen deep, okay, well, there's something else coming there. Something like that. Just past the waves. There is some melodic work going on now. Here it is clearer again. So it sounds like that. Very long held note, very long held note, very long held note. Just, yeah, pushing at the eardrums. Well, is that the, yeah, that's a D flat, which is still in keeping with F minor tonality. That kind of thing, with the chord name being these kinds of notes. That's what I'm getting anyway. I imagine you could hear it different ways. But it's nice that towards the end we have actually got to something recognizable and to some degree comfortable. And yeah, then suddenly drops.
It's happening to everybody.
It's happening to everybody. Nice. Yeah, boy, that is quite a thing. Okay,